Hello Zookeepers! Alongside the new Conservation Pack DLC, there's 7 brand new features in the free Planet Zoo 1.10 update to enjoy. So in this video, I'm going to run through all of those and show you what they bring to the game. Number 1 is education stations. 4 interactive education stations have been added, and that provides opportunity for child guests to learn through play. These also boost your conservation rating, so a great little addition for your zoo. Stations added in the update include the height measurement stations for the giraffe and gorilla, which lets the kids compare their height with the gorillas and the giraffes. Of course, the first thing I did with these boards was measure them up against the actual animals to see if they're accurate. The giraffe board, spot on, absolutely same height. The gorilla board, well, judge for yourself, but I think this is a little off. Unless there is another species of giant gorillas out there somewhere. Feels like the scale of this one's a little off right now. The next station is a paw print puzzle. You push down the paws on this to guess what animal it is. Nice interaction here, really tactile how the paws move and the numbers flip. Final new station is a soundboard. This plays the sound an animal makes when you push the tongue down. It rotates through 3 animals, the Bactrian camel, spotted hyena and the mandrill. Interesting feature with this one, you can add your own custom sounds and images on the station. I wonder what we could do with that.
Subscribe now.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. The board wants you to subscribe to the channel. Clearly it's the right choice.
Subscribe now.
Alright, fun and games over. Let's check out what else is new. The second new feature, guests will now take group photographs. Before this update, guests would take pictures on their phone, but they were only taking pictures of the animals. Now, groups of people will huddle together for a group picture. Say cheese! Third new feature is a new behaviour for the animals, sniffing. So when you add a new item into the enclosure, this will generate a set of sniff points that the animal can interact with. This is great for bringing more realism. It's showing that animals are curious about their environment, and a lot do use their sense of smell to understand their surroundings, so this is a great new behaviour in the game. The fourth new feature with this update is group calling. I think this is my favourite of the new features. Animals that vocalise and call to each other in the wild, we get to enjoy this behaviour in game. One of them will start off the call and you can just hear it echoing between the pack. A beautiful sound. I think my heart melted a little hearing the wolves call to each other for the first time. Just adorable. Aww. Feature number 5 is a funky new climbing enrichment. This can be used by all of the animals that are already able to traverse that thin climbable log that we have in the game. I think it's great because it adds a little bit of colour rather than relying on those wooden poles all the time, but worth bearing in mind, they are recolorable, so you don't have to stick with the neon green here. If you have the Conservation DLC, then as I'm showing here, you can use this with the Siamang Gapes, and they have additional behaviours to use the frames for swinging around. Pretty cool. Number 6 new feature is a small habitat gate. This is a half height gate, so you don't have to use the full height doorway for small animals like the prairie dog enclosure I've got here. Unfortunately, this half height doesn't seem to have extended to the walk-through doors yet, so probably better suited for the non-walk-through enclosures. The final new feature of the free update, this is something that I think we all knew was coming eventually. The freestanding guest facilities counters, they've all been updated now to have this freestanding version of all 20 of them. So that includes the non-food and drink ones, so Hat's Fantastic, Just a Memento and the Information Point. Finally, I can get making a really great gift shop incorporating all 3 of those things. And that's everything that I'm aware of that's included with the free update. I hope you're excited to play around with these new features. There's some fantastic additions to the game here. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.